Hello students, and welcome back to another lovely day of physical science. In today's lesson we are going to continue learning about squared and cubed units. At this point you should have already watched the video that talked about real-world examples of squared, what squared means and what cubed means. So squared meaning two-dimensional, like a square, so it's flat. Cubed meaning three-dimensional, like a cube. Well, what we're going to do now is go on and actually solve for these types of problems. So, in math, I know you saw this slide already, but in math, what is the long way of writing x cubed? Well, that is the same as x times x times x. And then what is the long way of writing centimeters cubed then? Well, that's just going to be centimeters times centimeters times centimeter. The same concept applies with our units. So let's take a look at how to solve for one of these. Here, if we have 15 centimeters cubed, to help ensure that you don't make any mistakes, what I would always like you to do is write this out as centimeters times centimeters times centimeters. And same thing for meters cubed. Don't write it as meters cubed, write it as meters times meters times meters. I know students like to skip this step for whatever reason, but I show this to you because it helps ensure you get a correct answer and that you don't make mistakes. And you'll see why as we start this. And nice thing with this is it makes our path really easy. All we have to do is convert from centimeters to meters. There's no cubed or anything like that in here. So we just have our path of centimeters to meters. That's it. It's just one step. Now what we need to do is we can use our handy dandy conversion sheet, and we see that 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. Boom, we got our conversion. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to take what's given, as always. We take what's given to us and we put that in the upper left hand corner. Now what we do is we follow the same steps that we've done. If I have centimeters on top, well, I need to get rid of centimeters. I need to get rid of all 3 sets of centimeters because I want meters cubed in my final answer. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use our conversion. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. Cool. Centimeters on top, cancel out centimeters on bottom. And now is where things change up just a little bit from what we've done so far in class. Is now, you look at this and you're like, well, I don't know what to do next. Well, if we stopped right now, we'd have these really weird units of centimeters times meter. And I don't know what a centimeter times a meter is. We still have 2 more sets of centimeters cancel out. So what are we going to do? We're just going to do the same thing that we already did. 100 centimeters on bottom, 1 meter on top. We can use this conversion as much as we want. And we need more centimeters cancel out. So now, centimeters on top cancels out centimeters on bottom. And now if we stopped, we'd have these weird units of centimeters times meters times meters. Again, we don't want that. We want meters cubed. Well, let's just do it one more time. So there we go. We'll add another 100 centimeters on bottom, another meter on top, centimeters, cancel out centimeters, and here we go. Now we have a meter times a meter times a meter. These centimeters all cancel out, not the 15. The 15 is still there, but we now have our meter times our meter times our meter because your units multiply just like the numbers would. Therefore, our numbers on top are 15 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is just the same thing as 15. But then we also multiply the meter times the meter times the meter. Then it's all going to be divided by 100 times 100 times 100. And 100 times 100 times 100 is 1 million. So now we have 15 meters times meters times meters divided by 1 million. Well, guess what? Plug that into a calculator or just move your decimal place and you'll get an answer of 0.000015 meters cubed. That's it. That's all there is to solving for this problem. So it's similar to what you've already learned how to do. You just need to break it apart into cubed. Or if this was centimeters squared, you would just do these steps twice because it would just be centimeter times centimeter. Well, let's go through and try a problem. Now, all right, in this question, we have 45 grams per centimeter squared, and we want to convert that into pounds per inch squared. Notice we're working with squared this time, not cubed. But what I would like you to do is, as we've done in the past, I would like you to please pause the video and try this problem out on your own. And really try this problem. You have the skills to do this. And I will show you the answer here in just a few seconds. All right. So the correct answer is 0.64 pounds per inch squared. If you got that, awesome. You are doing very, very well in dimensional analysis. Be proud. If you did not, it's okay. It's a challenge problem. Let's go through and solve for this. So first thing we're going to do is I want to rewrite even squared. We have to get rid of the squared. Let's write it out the long way. So instead, it's going to be 45 grams per centimeter times centimeter. These are the same thing. I know sometimes students don't like this slash, so I actually wanted to write it down below. And same thing over here, pounds over inches times inches. So we have 45 grams divided by centimeter times centimeter, and we want to get to pounds divided by inch times inch. So first thing we're going to need, we need to figure out a path. Path for our top is going to be grams to ounces to pounds. And I can know that looking at the handy dandy conversion table. So if I want to go from grams and convert that to ounces, and then I can go from ounces into pounds. Then we need a conversion for the bottom, which is trying to go from centimeters to inches. That's it. That's a one-step conversion. You can see that conversion right over here. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. So now we're going to have 1, 2, and 3 different conversions to solve this problem. So our first conversion, we need to get from grams into ounces. And we see that 28.35 grams is equal to 1 ounce. Our second conversion is ounces into pounds. So therefore we have 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. And then last thing is we need a conversion from centimeters into inches. And we come over here and we see 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. Well, let's just start this off like we always do. Take what's given to us and put that on the left side. So we're going to have 45 grams on top and then centimeters times centimeters on bottom. Well, I always like to do the top first, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's get rid of this grams. We don't want grams in our final answer. Well, we have this conversion over here. 28.35 grams is equal to 1 ounce. So now grams on top are able to cancel out grams on bottom. Okay, that's great. If we stopped right now, we would be in terms of ounces per centimeter squared. Not what we want. We need to get rid of ounces. So we're going to use our second conversion. And that is 16 ounces are equal to 1 pound. Ounces on top, cancel out ounces on bottom. And now the top is good. We wanted to get the top into pounds, and we did that. So let's continue on. Now we need to get rid of these annoying centimeters out at the bottom. And sometimes students have forgotten how this works. But think back. In order to get grams on top to cancel out, we had to put grams on bottom. Well, this is just the opposite. We have centimeters on bottom that we need to cancel out. So where do they go? centimeters have to go on top. And we have 2.54 centimeters is equal to 1 inch. Centimeters on bottom, cancel out centimeters on top. If we stopped right now, we'd have really weird units of pounds times pounds divided by centimeters times inches. It's not what we want. We need to cancel out this last centimeter. So we're just going to do this one more time. Just similar to what we did in the previous problems in these notes. We're just going to take 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. Centimeters on bottom. Cancel out centimeters on top. And there we go. We have our final units, pounds over inches times inches. And we have pound over inch times inch. We did it. So let's just plug all of this into a calculator now. So we're going to take everything on top and multiply it. So 45 times 1 times 1 times 2.54 times 2.54. And I'm just not even going to write the ones this time. Multiplying by 1 doesn't do anything. Well, 45 times 2.54 times 2.54 should get you an answer of 290.322. And our inches, or our units that are left on top, are pounds. Okay, top is done. We're going to divide that by everything on bottom and multiply together. So 28.35 times 16 and times 1, which doesn't really. So we're just going to have 28.35 times 16 on the bottom, which in this case, 28.35 times 16 is equal to 453.66. But then on the bottom, we also have inches times inches. So we need to make sure to write those down here. Well, now you just plug that into a calculator. 290.322 divided by 453.6. And that'll get you your answer of 0.64. And then we have pounds over inches squared. And there you go. That is your final answer.